The title of my album is long, but how did I come up with it? Well, I didn't. I've been telling the story about where this album title came from at the shows this fall, and I want to tell it to you here. I met my late wife, Courtney Campa, when I was 20 years old and she was 19 years old. And that whole time I knew her, she was an amazing poet. She had notebooks and binders and papers just full of poems about a bunch of different things, but the one type of poem she always said she hadn't written yet was a love poem. And a few weeks after we had gotten engaged, I was headed to the airport, and before I left, she slipped a little folded piece of paper in my pocket and told me in no uncertain terms, do not read this until you're on the plane. So with the fear of God instilled in me from the tone of her voice, I waited, and when I got on the plane, I pulled it out, and when I pulled it out, it was a printout of a poem with a little hand-scrawled note from her explaining that she had never had a reason to write a love poem until now. So fast forward to a few years ago after she passed away, that poem, which is about this little splinter she got from the floor of my house in Nashville, Tennessee, it ends with a line that I remember vividly made me choke up the first time I read it. That line is the album title. I didn't come up with it at all. That poem on that little piece of paper was and still is the most incredible gift that I've ever received. And that last bit of the poem about that little splinter she got goes like this. How you flinch whenever I do, at the wrong angle tenderness sometimes gets a hold of asking, is it here or here or here? Shrapnel too small to claim a weight or color or shape. How little love is, how worth everything. Now you know.